the S&P 500 could plunge as much as 70% this cycle as markets hit a mother load of FOMO. FOMO, we know what it is. Fear of missing out, right? Do trees grow to the sky? No. Do they get chopped? Yes. But when they do get chopped, it depends on who's chopping it. I mean, my bias has been negative this year. That's why, I mean, look, my account is up over 200%. I'm not going to complain. However, my main trading account and my little Robinhood account is up about 100% in 5 weeks. But then I'm really trying to be careful. It's so volatile today that if I traded that account, I'll probably blow it out in a single day. But, as I said before, I'm not in a sprint. I'm running a marathon. So this is the topic, right? Is FOMO exist? Well, absolutely. I mean, when people buy stocks because it's going to split, that's the most asinine thing I've ever heard in my life, in my trading life of 30 years, right? Oh, Nvidia is going to split 10 for 1. Let's buy the stock. I'm like, nothing changes because of a split. Company doesn't earn more money. Nothing changes. But, today's market, people just go, oh, yeah, it's going to split. Well, no, one share is going to be replaced with 10 shares. Nothing changes, right? The CEO doesn't change, earnings don't change, nothing changes. But anyway, so that's called FOMO, fear of missing out. People just dump, into the market, although the interest rates are at 5%, and we're going to talk about that too. So this fund manager, John Hausman, look, this guy has been bearish for a while, but you know what they say, a broken clock is correct twice every day. Okay, if you keep repeating the same thing, you're going to be eventually right. And when you're right, you better be on it, right? I mean, market's eating it today, yesterday as well. There's constant selling on all these FOMO stocks, right? And justifiably so. I mean, trees don't grow to the sky. When things get parabolic, the end of parabolic is never good. So, he's looking at 50 to 70%. I'm going like, okay, no, that's not going to happen. The Fed cannot allow the market to hang 70%. Okay, we talked about this. My favorite Fed who keeps pumping money nonstop. And we're going to talk about that too. So I have about 4 or 5 different topics today. I may go a little longer. So, he's talking about a 70% correction. No, I'm going to go through my charts. I'm going to go through my watch list. I'm going to talk about the markets, obviously, towards the end of the show before I answer your questions. I don't think market's going to go down 70%. Is there going to be a correction that started already? Absolutely. Yeah, it started about a few days ago, and it's continuing. Like today, inflation core CPI came out, which what the Fed watches more than the CPIU. It was fine according to them. Obviously, market did not buy it, and boom, tank. Right. So, when it's tanking, what's happening? Am I losing money? Am I making money? Well, we'll talk about that too if you guys like. But then maybe I'll save that for Monday when I break down my actual trading account with you guys. It is up. I mean, it's up. I'm short the market, so I'm not going to deny it. Full transparency, 70% no, but definite correction happening. So, Mr. Hussman, you keep saying the same thing. Eventually, it will happen. He supposedly has indicators that are hitting 1929 extremes about the FOMO. And he keeps saying, I continue to view the market advance recent months as an attempt to grasp the suds of yesterday's bubble. I like that quote, though. Rather than a new durable bull market advance. I agree. All the internals of the market have been shit for a while anyway. And this is what happens when the selling starts. It just feeds on itself. And I talked about it last week, actually, about those zero DTE options. Okay. Remember those guys, right? And you guys should see the trading on these zero DTE options today. It's insanity. And it's just feeding on itself, right? And, this is what happens when the stock market becomes a gambling mecca of meme guys and option jockeys. Well, it is what it is. You just got to adapt, adjust. What are you going to do? I mean, it is what it is. If you're short the market, you're making money. If you're long the market, you're eating it. I mean, that's all there is to it. But then, again, stay with the trend, right? Trend is your friend. The trend has turned down. Now you got to sell every rally. until the market proves itself otherwise. And before, it was buy every rally. It's a short-term downtrend. It's not like a long-term. The long-term trend is still up. So with all due respect to Mr. Hussman, I disagree. Market's not going 50 to 70%. Weird things have happened, obviously. But I don't think it's going to be that deep. I think definitely correction is happening, but not to that degree.